cyclists are going past me right here, making a lot of noise. I'm guessing they have some issues with the oil sands, but we won't go there right now. I have a guest here, Lawrence. He's involved in the Zeitgeist movement. Lawrence, I know at the Zeitgeist you have some radical economic theories. We don't really have time to get into everything, but give us your take on G20, because we've kind of lost sight of the G20 in all this protesting noise.
Okay, so the Zeitgeist movement is essentially a non-political social movement all about sustainability that is focusing on raising love, lowering fear. You know, with these G20 talks happening, we recognize that a lot of the decisions being made have already been made behind closed doors, and we have been involved in that process. So our way of involving ourselves is to come out here and try and engage with people, to talk with them, to show our message, which is that of a solution-based movement. We are not against, we are for something different. We are basically the activist arm of something called the Venus Project, which is done by the founder, Jacques Fresco. It's called a resource-based economy, which essentially involves declaring all the natural resources of the planet as the common heritage of all the world's people.
But that's going to be difficult because, of course, corporations think, well, we've got the rights to these, government have legally signed them over to us.
Yes, of course. This is the environment we are in right now, where it's, where profit, wherever there's a profit incentive, that trumps empathy, global empathy for every other human being around the planet. And that's the problem. That's where transition comes in, where we have to transition to a society that's more focused upon unifying us on the foundational things that our foundational similarities all as human beings on this planet, as opposed to dividing us over corporate or money or nationalist borders or anything like that.
We here in Canada like to think we have a kinder, gentler society. Is that a fair, than the USA, is that a fair characterization?
Yeah, I would say, I moved here from Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is obviously a country that's mired in deep political strife. The government there is really cracks down on people. I witnessed myself a few, really protests go very bad. And Canada is a very peaceful place, and I'd witnessed that all up until yesterday, when I was right here in Queen's Park. We had an unbroken line, 2 deep of rifles all the way down here, and I was doing free hugs throughout the protest, trying to talk to people, and right in the front line, the police were bull rushing, and I was knocked to the ground, and people were being snatched and taken back behind lines, arrested. I saw someone very brutally beaten there. Horses came in and they trampled people. I'd never seen anything like this before. It was such a shock to people. People were so shocked, because this is Canada. This sort of stuff doesn't happen here.
Now, you're giving out hugs. I'm sorry, Marty Say, one of my colleagues, is not around, because I know he's a guy who's in need of a hug, but I'll just have to get one. Oh, gee. That's a hug! Okay. Back to you guys in the studio. Thanks a million. Thanks, guys.
Great support.